Alright, so we're back for the next video in the Speak and Spell series. Great. My trusty companion has learned how to spell pie. But we're not going to be needing you anymore today, Arsmalik. So I guess, yeah, I know, you're really sad about that. So I guess you can go now. Alright, see you later. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the mechanics behind this map. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 components to this map. That's it. It's very simple. First of all, each of the buttons on the other side, each of the phonetic buttons. By the way, if you don't know what this video is about, you can watch the trailer for my Speak and Spell map. It should have aired just before this one. And these are all the phonetic symbols. Each of these buttons are hooked up to a very simple command block system. What happens is the power comes out of the block with the button. It gets amplified into this command block, and the first thing that happens is a particular type of block is placed down there in the yellow section. So this particular sound effect, which happens to be the oi sound, uses the hardened clay with a color value of 6. The OW uses, or the OW sound is a color value of 5. I think A is a wool. Let's see. Yeah, it's a wool 0, a white wool. And then the next thing that happens is, so there's a redstone block placed down there, and then the sound is played, so you can hear what button you just pressed. Now, once the letter or the specific block is placed here, the power flows through into this section, and basically this, by the way, is called my evaluator. This is hooked up to 36 of these structures right here, and what these structures do is they simply add the command block with the button that you pressed over here. So there's the I sound. There's the P sound for pie. Arsmalik was playing around. Into this orange section here, and this orange section is the sayer. This is the word queue. So as I press each one of these buttons, it's going to add the appropriate phonetic here. And you can see I had to go underground because I didn't have quite enough room. My original build was actually, these guys were lined up out here, and every once in a while the redstone would get stuck. So I moved them in closer to the Speak and Spell, and I've left this all open so you guys can take a look at it in the map itself. Okay, so the block gets placed over here in the sayer, and a second thing gets triggered, which is this thing here. This is called the Incrementer. All this does is it runs through all 8 positions of the sayer, and it checks to see where we're at. So here we see that 2 letters have already been entered. The third space is waiting for a letter to be entered, and I say letter, I mean phonetic. And then these spaces are clogged right now with stone because we don't want to actually open those up. The way that I've got this working right now is these command blocks that put the play sound in the right places. What it's actually doing, if I were to have pressed the button corresponding to the E sound, wool 7 would have gotten placed here, and then this comparator would have picked up, oh, this is wool 7. And so what it actually tries to do is it actually tries to do a set block command using the keep function, and it's actually trying to spawn all 8 of these to the sound of EE. Now, of course, because there are blocks already here, these blocks will not be spawned. However, this one is open, so this one will get spawned into place. So once I click the button for EE, there will be a third command block here. These will stay filled. And then the next thing that happens in this, let's see, where is it? In this command block here, it actually will put a redstone block over here in the incrementer. And the incrementer just cycles through and figures out which of these spots has the last command block and where the stone is. and then it makes, so this one would become a command block, and then it makes this one an error block, meaning that it's ready to receive the next syllable. And then the other thing that it does is it updates the blue and or red glass over here on the readout, letting you know how many letters you've entered. So that's it. Basically, you just click a button. It evaluates what sound you're making, places that sound in the appropriate empty slot, and then it increments the empty slot to the next available orange place. Now there's two other sections to this map, the blue and the green. Quite simply, the green is the clearer. So if you were to hit the clear all button, this is just going to zip right through and set all of these back to stone except for the first command block. And then it's going to clear all of the indicators on the front, it's basically meaning that the word queue has all 8 sounds available. And then this is the backspacer. This basically will run through from back to finish, and as soon as it finds, if it finds a stone, it does nothing. That's this path here. If it finds a command block, it goes down this path. That means that we've actually gotten to an invalid state, and it'll just clear that command block and do nothing else. This side over here will actually look for the latest empty spot. It will fill it with stone, and then it will clear this command block and also update the indicators up there. So basically it's just backspacing over what you've already typed in. So let's go around to this side. First thing I'm going to demonstrate again is the clear all button. And as you can see, the first one is now blank and the other command blocks have been cleared. So quite simply, if I were to have a redstone block, now this redstone block is going to get cleared as soon as I place it, but it basically just powers all that up and then it clears itself. Alright, now let's go ahead and press a letter, and let's just press the Z sound. Zzz. Okay, now what happened there? See, now we have the Z sound in the first position and the second position is open and ready. So what happened here is this block was spawned with whatever the Z is, and it goes through all the evaluators until it finds the one that matches the Z. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break this open and let's see where the Z is. I believe the Z is right here. That's correct. So the redstone would have come down here. It would have tried to place all 8 versions of Z, and then it would update the glass, and then over here it would clear out the block so that the next spot could be opened for a command block. So that's hitting the Z button. I'm going to go ahead and hit the backspacer button. And by the way, now we've got one light on, so when I hit the backspace button, that one will disappear after a second. Of course, like anything else, if you spam the buttons, it's going to go ahead and get stuck, or it could possibly get stuck, but just hitting the clear all button should set you back to normal. And now we see that this command block is now disappeared, and so the first position is ready to receive. And basically what that looks like is just goes cycling through and then gets rid of itself. Now if it would have found a open spot or a command block back here early in the queue, because it's going from back to front, it would have just stopped there, like let's say right about here. It wouldn't have gone all the way to the end. Anyway, I think you get the idea. If it's not clear, I'm not the best non-fiction presenter. Please feel free to come in and take a look at the mechanics of this map. I did want to mention one other thing, and that is my design for this yellow section for the evaluator. The original design for this used a string of 36 hoppers, and then each hopper was connected to a whole set of logic for stopping and starting and evaluating where you are at. And it was getting a little bit out of hand. It was getting convoluted. It was getting much more error prone to spamming buttons than this particular design. This particular design, the only real risk is that if you press a button while some of the redstone is cycling through, it will potentially gank up. But again, you just hit one clear all button and everything's back to normal, because this right here is the main data store for everything in the map, and then it also indicates up here. So yeah, that's the Speak and Spell behind the scenes. I'm so proud of this. This is the most complex, okay, this is the second most complex thing I've ever created in Minecraft. So if you've gotten this far, you might be wondering, well, what's the first most complex thing that you've created in Minecraft? And depending when you watch this video, I haven't revealed that yet. I'm actually working on another custom map. It's about 30% done as of the filming of this video, which is November 30th. And I do expect that that map will be out by Christmas unless I hit a major snag. But it is got a lot of command blocks in it, I'll just say that. And it's got some pretty cool function. It's actually a type of map I've never seen in Minecraft before. No one else has done it, I can guarantee, by looking daily at Planet Minecraft and Minecraft forums and minecraftmaps.com. The last and final thing I want to say about this map, other than thank you for watching this far, is a huge, absolute huge thank you to Texelelf, SethBling. Both of those guys have created the filters, MCEdit filters, that made this possible, as well as Jagarbov and Faum and Vladimir and Nurgle Bunny and QMagnet, because every time I have a redstone question or a hopper question, those are the folks that I go to ask, and they are very supportive, but also inspire me to create stuff like this. This is the first one of these creation, replicating something in real life logic maps I've created, and I feel like it's awesome. Where else in Minecraft can you find a map that actually can talk to you? Alright, so that is a 4-letter word that I just typed in. And what is it? Maps. Maps. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that.